Shalom. First, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rukawadash. And I'm going to get into it with a video. Talking about that nigga, Jesse Hoaz Jackson, man, that just died, man. That wicked nigga is gone to the spirit world, which now he's in his right mind now, man. He's in the right spirit. Because he helped sabotage the nation of Israel for Esau Edom, the so-called white man. That truth be told, him and that, well, it's a couple other fucking scumbags that betrayed the nation of Israel. You got that punk MLK and that other sack of shit, Al Sharpton. Good Jesse is dead and out of here. And MLK too, man. And next, the trio of doom left is Al Sharpton. That piece of dog shit, man. So it's a good thing, that nigga's out of here, is going to the spirit world, man. The Lord have mercy on that fucking dirtbag. Because he's gonna get, if he'd have been here any longer, he would, most likely been stretched out or flexed out, like they say, due to Jacob's trouble that's coming. And we getting closer and closer to that day of JT breaking out and all hell breaking loose out on here in America, on the shores of America. So he's in the spirit world. He done his dirt. And now he's good. He's not burning in hell, like niggas like to believe. He's just waiting to come back. He's in queue, so to speak, to get ready to come back through the loins of the elect, man, and through the elect children. And grandchildren and so on. So he's going to be in the kingdom. He's going to be right. He's going to be righteous. And, Lord willing, that nigga have some shame, man, for help betray his own people, being fucking sellouts. Or at least be reminded of the dirt he did to the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Judah, here on the shores of America, man. How he helped the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, fucking sellers down the river, man. And and I believe that piece of crap, Jesse Jackson, lived to be 84 years old. So the Most High, hey man, the Most High took care of that fucking scumbag ass nigga, man. He gave him a nice long life. 84 years old. That nigga was able to enjoy himself, man. In this mortal state where the flesh get weak and we get sickness. That's a long time in today's age, man. 84 years old to live. But but if that nigga could, he wouldn't have left the earth though, man. He would love to be here, still preaching, trying to get, that grant money for his non-profit. But it wasn't up to him. Life or death belongs in the power of the Most High. You could be brought up to speed on that in 1 Samuel 2, starting around verse 6, man. So the Most High punched his ticket and told him to get the fuck out of here and get up to the spirit world. So let's get some precepts, man. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. It says, there is no man that have power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Yeah, so you don't have power to retain your spirit once it leaves your body, man. You can't say, once I pass, die or whatever, and get ready to go to the spirit world, that I can just keep my spirit in my body and I just live forever. You don't have that type of power. He says, neither have he power in the day of death. You don't have no power, or you don't have any say-so in the day that you're going to die. The day you ready to die, the Most High is already determined. That's your end, man. That's your expiration date. You can't say, oh, no, Most High, I don't want to go right now. I still got work to do. I got a birthday party I got to attend. I'm going to be, I bought all these Christmas gifts. I want to see my kids open the Christmas gifts. No, you can't do that, man. When the Most High determines it's time for you to go, you're going to leave. And especially if you're wicked, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, if you ain't serving your Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man, death is certain for you, man. It's fucking certain. Will the Most High have mercy on you and let you live to be 84 years old like Jesse, and then take you out of harm's way of Jacob's trouble? It's possible. And then it's also possible that you won't fucking make it that way, man. That you might just die in a horrible, gruesome way. So who knows? So the only thing you can do as a so-called Negro, Latino, or so-called Native American is serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. To get in their good graces and to be in the secret place of the Most High, man. Under his protection. Because the Most High, he's in control on who lives, who dies, of all the events that go on in the earth, man. The weather changes, the wind, the events, everything you could think of, man. It's all by his doing. The wars, starting the wars, ending the wars, putting people to death, birthing people, or like they say, Salakia. What they call it, conception, time of conception. All this is done by the Most High, man. So let's go on in this Ecclesiastes 8. It says, and there is no discharge in that war, neither shall the wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Yeah, the wickedness is not going to deliver you out of none of this, man. If anything, it's going to intensify your death date, man. So you so hell bent on being, evil and wicked, Jake. All you doing is accelerating your exit out of here, man. Matter of fact, let's get that in the NLT. It says, none of us can hold back our spirit from departing. None of us have the power to prevent the day of our death, which is correct. Hold on, let me get over. It says, there's no escaping that obligation, that dark battle, and in the face of death, wickedness will certainly not rescue the wicked. Yeah, it's not going to rescue you in the day of vengeance, man. It's not going to rescue you in that day, being wicked. You most certainly is going to get put to death, man. Most certainly. Let's go on. Let's go to Job 8 and 9. This is Job 8 and 9, for we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow. Yeah. 30, 40, 20, 80 years old, man, it is nothing compared to eternity. We just here as a shadow, man. The scriptures speak about us even being a vapor. A vapor is there for a little bit and then it disappears. So there's nothing compared to what we're supposed to be living to at least 1,000 years, man. We're supposed to be living 1,000 years, a full day. We don't even get our full day here in this sinful state that we're in. We're nowhere near of living, man. And at that we live, and then before you know it, we start aging. So this is hell that the Israelites are in, man. Even though hell is known as the grave, just to clarify that. But this living condition that we're in, we rapidly grow and we rapidly age, man. In the whole grand scheme of time, we ain't, we like spent no time on the earth, man. Nothing. So we're like a shadow, man. We're here for a little bit, and the next thing you know, like UGK song say, hey, one day you're here and one day you're gone, man. So this is the time to turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you men of Israel, this is the time to start doing the work and fulfilling the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. We are here to fulfill the will and do the will, just like when Yahushua was here. We're supposed to be following his footsteps and doing the business of the Father, man. Looking out, searching out for the lost sheep, telling them to turn back to their maker. But Jake ain't gonna do it. Jake rather live a wicked, helpless, useless life. I see Jake walking up and down the street, or just working in these dead-end jobs, or working on these good jobs, quote-unquote good jobs, going nowhere, man. It's all for nothing. It's all for naught. This is all for naught, man. If you ain't serving the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, what are you really doing with yourself? And the answer is nothing. I don't care how much you got in the 401k. I don't care how many businesses you didn't open or trying to open, how big your house is, and this, that, and the third. You about to get an NFL contract. None of that matters, man. When you can just die at any moment, man. If you, you're a wicked 2/3. Or, it's men in the truth get put to death, man. What's the point of everything and you can just die? So that's what this whole truth is about, man. Getting that promise, man, that birthright. And waking up the elect. Even though we don't wake up the elect, the only thing we can do is pass the message on and just hope and pray that person that you talk to or preach to is part of the elect, man. So the elect can get sealed, and so we can get the hell out of here and get delivered. So we can go into a kingdom, and like I say, we can get beamed up in them ships, so-called UFOs, and that's when death is done, man. When this place is burned to a crisp, death is over for the Israelites. It's over, man. The last enemy is going to be thrown, man, is death. We're never going to pass again, man. We're going to be on the planet, or wherever planet, for eternity, man. And you can't wrap your mind around eternity, because I tried and almost bugged out. I had to stop. imagine just being alive, man, forever. Just existing. Never missing anything. Just going on. Every day is the same day. As far as you being alive, man. You don't have to worry about taking your medicine, running to the doctor if you're an Israelite. You know, you don't have to worry about going to the doctor. You don't have to worry about missing out. You know, all that, you need to spend time with your kids. You know, we're going to have all the time we need in the world, man. We're never going to miss out, man. We're always going to have ample amounts of time and to enjoy your children and enjoy your wives. And the wives get to enjoy their husband, man. You know, you're going to get to experience and enjoy the kingdom of heaven and not feel rushed and not feel pressure like how it is on the Esau Edom Road, the so-called white man, where you always rushed, always pressed for time. You know, everything is not fast enough. You know, all that's going to go away, man. We're going to be on chill mode, relax mode, man. You know the Israelites, but the rest of you heathens, everybody outside of the nation of Israel, you gonna get that whip cracked on you, boy. Cause you got palaces, roads to build, wells to dig. You got a lot of shit to do, man. Bodies to bury. You motherfucker gonna get that whip cracked on y'all, and that's just what it is. We got 1,000 years of free labor, 1,000 year slaves, man, and you gonna get utilized. You know, so you motherfuckers gonna be laying bricks, streets of gold, walls, building palaces, bridges, whatever fuck we need done, it's gonna get done, man. Cleaning up the earth, all the above, man. I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but let me get back on track here, Salah. James 4. And verse 13. Go now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor. Yeah, so you can't say with a proud voice or a proud attitude saying you're going to be doing something tomorrow around this time. You know, because we're not in control on who lives, who dies, man. You know, even I say that to, I'm going to do this tomorrow. But I know, even if I don't say it, man, it's all through the will of the Most High, man, whether I live or not. You know, it's not up to me. But, you know, talking to the 2/3 and the wicked, man, that's just how you talk. You know, but, you know, I really don't mean anything by it. You know, in my spirit, I just know, you know, Lord willing, man. You know, and it says, hey, your life is a vapor. It's here and it appears and it disappears in an instant. It said that appear for a little time and then vanish away. Yeah, it appears and disappears. So you can't say, I'm gonna go shopping, you know, next week. Can't wait to go back to Chicago. Can't wait to go to New York City because I know I'm gonna be there. I already booked my tickets. I'm gonna know I'm gonna be there. You can't say all that, man. You can't say. Only thing we can do is take this day by day. And believe me, that whole ass nigga Jesse Jackson had plans just like the next man. You know? Man or woman, a child, whoever. Who the Most High took off the planet, off the face of the earth and sent them to the spirit world, man. So you just got to say, Lord willing, and then, leave it at that, man. And, don't even worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow's already been taken care of, man. So let's go on. This is Psalms 90 and 10. For the days of our years are 80 years and 10, and if by the reason of strength they be 4 years, yet there is strength, labor, and sorrow, it is soon cut off, and we fly away. Yeah, we're here for this little bit of time. You get that in the NLT, it says 70 years are given to us, but some even live to 80. Yeah, because I believe Jesse Jackson lived to 84. So the Most High gave him a little bit extra, So if you make it to 70, you doing good. 80, even better. And then you got some people live to 100 years old. So the Most High has really given them longer life, man. He blessed them with longer life. I mean, that's the only way you can put it. It says, but even the best years are filled with pain and trouble. Soon they disappear, and we will fly away. Yeah, because, you be in a sick state, pain, aches and pains, getting older. That comes with aging. And soon, you won't be sick anymore. No more aches and pains, man. So that is what it is. That's pretty cut and dry. So, man, don't be like Jesse, Jake. Ye men of Israel, if you ain't doing the work, it's time to start doing the work and stop worrying about a damn so-called nigger woman, man, or any kind of woman. It's time to start trying to please Yahweh Shemi Hawashah, man, with the utmost importance, and stop worrying about a damn bitch all the time, man. Hey, and I pray this video was edifying. The elect, hang on, we almost out of here. And before I do end this video, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, Shalom.